So at one point it is said that you were very interested in meeting the head of McDonald's in
McDonald's Japan.
Why were you interested in meeting the head of McDonald's? Did you like McDonald's food, or you just, what was it?
No, he wrote a book, and that book became the bestseller. I was so impressed and said, oh my God, this is great. And the guy who wrote about it must be great.
So how old were you when you wanted to meet him?
16.
16. So you managed to get a meeting with him.
I called his assistant, and long distance call. Back then it was so expensive. I made almost 100 calls, 60 calls. And say, you know, this is my name, I'm a student, and could you ask him to share me some time? And could you ask him? And she said, oh, I will try, but he's not going to meet with a student. I said, well, don't decide by yourself. Let him decide.
Okay.
So I spoke with the assistant, different assistants so many times, and they don't give me the right answer. So I said, okay, this is a waste of my telephone bill. So I flew into Tokyo. And I said, I came because the phone call becoming more expensive than air ticket.
So what happened?
And I said, well, tell him exactly the way I said. You don't have to look at me, you don't have to talk to me, you can keep on working whatever you're doing. I just want to see his face. For 3 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm not bothering him. I'm so impressed and respect him, I want to see him. And if you tell him that I'm not going to bother him, time is money, he says, I'm not going to damage his life, she actually asked. And he said, okay, okay. Actually, he spent 15 minutes with me, talking face to face.
And he gave you some advice, which was to learn?
Yeah, I asked him, what business should I do? Computer. That's the one. If I were you, at your age, at this time of the, you know, don't look at the past industry, look at the future industry. That's the one, computer industry, that's the one you should focus. If I were you, that's the one. So I said, wow, great.
Now let's talk about one big mistake you made overall. Obviously you're very successful in almost everything you've touched, but you were making a lot of internet investments around the turn of the century, around year 2000, 1999, 2001. The market went down in the tech crash, and it is said that you personally lost $70 billion of net worth, the greatest loss that any human being has ever suffered financially. So how did you feel losing $70 billion of net worth?
1 year before that, actually my net worth, personal net worth, was increasing $10 billion per week. For 3 days, I became richer than Bill Gates.
Wow. Did that upset him, or?
No, before I told to anybody else, you know, our stock started crashing.
Okay.
So in 6 months after that, our share price went down 99%. So we almost went bankrupt. And somehow I survived. Ask to yourself, don't let somebody else determine your life. Ask to yourself, ask to your own spirit, your inspiration. You decide by yourself, for yourself, for your own life, and don't let anybody else come across your way. Once you determine, then you overcome any difficulties without deciding which mountain to climb and just walk around. It's just wandering. And life comes only one time and pass away so quickly. So don't just walk. Climb a mountain that you dream of.